is scheduled for one fall, and it's for the Love Pro Wrestling Challenge Championship. Your referee, PWA Hall of Famer, and your 2023 Official of the Year, Mike the Fifth Fitzpatrick.
Boris's best friend.
Hey man, no shame in that. Hell of a guy.
Making our way to the ring first, your challenger.
It has already been a big night for the RADz thus far. T.Y. Jackson successfully defending his LPW Scramble Championship, and now Rich King gets a shot at some gold.
Nothing but gold on the line from here on out. Rich King, after taking a shot at MRB a few months ago, gets another shot, this time at Zoë Sager and her LPW.
Rich King always in top
Making his
physical
way to the
condition.
ring, weighing in at 190 pounds, hailing from the Yukon, representing the RADz. He is the man from the Yukon, Rich King.
I question his choice of apparel, but that's another discussion for another day. Right now, it's all about the LPW Challenge Championship.
I've never seen Rich King look better. I'm starting to like that guy.
He is in tough against the current defending LPW Challenge Champion, Zoë Sager. Taking on and defeating all comers so far in this reign. Love it. Keeping it.
And your champion.
Intangible Era.
Making her way to the ring, accompanied by her bodyguard, the Sickness, Green Matthews. Hailing from Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, she is your LPW Challenge Champion, the Intangible Zoë Sager.
Reed Matthews got back in the win column earlier tonight. Zoë Sager looking to follow suit.
Showing Rich King what it's all about, what they came here for. Once again, month after month, Zoe sends Reed to the back, showing the confidence she has to defend that title.
I mean, the record speaks for itself.
I really like that poster.
Is there anybody that's held gold longer and more consistently in LPW than Zoe in the last 2 years?
Yeah, this last couple of years has been dripping with gold, as the kids like to say. That's what it's all about. The Fitz holding aloft the LPW Challenge Championship.
You're a little stitious. You just touched the trophy before raising it and winning it. I don't know. That might be bad luck coming.
Michael Fitzpatrick doing his due diligence as we get set for our semi-main event. Title on the line. I want to take a couple of seconds again to thank you for spending your Friday night with us here at the Rec Room in Edmonton. Joining us on IWTV, I know there's a lot of competition for your entertainment dollar, and the fact that you choose to spend those dollars and your time with us means everything. We strive to provide the best quality professional wrestling entertainment product.
And I'd say we're doing a pretty goddamn good job of it.
So far, so good.
Speaking of, Zoë Sager coming off the biggest victory of her career. Safe to say, Boris?
Big victory over Speedball Mike Bailey last month.
Should have nothing but momentum on her side. And I said it last month, too. You know, when I think about Zoe, I think always about somebody that's one step ahead, always over-prepared. Stronger than you think, faster than you think. The harder you hit her, the faster she gets back up.
Rich King looking for that test of strength, but as you mentioned, Zoe one step ahead with that boot in the midsection, and we are underway. Able to shove off into the ropes. Big shoulder tackle from the challenger. And Zoe's demeanor changed rather quickly.
Surprised her a little bit.
Nice drop toe hold from Rich King.
She's not the first person in this rec room to be surprised by Rich King's athleticism and power.
And we often talk about the previous nose injury that Zoë Sager suffered a few months ago. Rich King rolling into the pressure, trying to get a hold of that arm. Full arm drag and twist. Rolling through into the Mahistral, shoulders down, only at 1 count. Wow, Rich King's got a game plan here. Sager able to spin out.
Yep, just think of that.
Now trying to grind the challenger down to the canvas. Nicely done. Knee right on the side of the face. Wrench it back on that shoulder.
So both of them have a game plan, and they're both executing it right now. Back and forth.
Nobody wants to be the one to make that first big mistake.
Yeah, exactly. Well said.
They'll be able to kick King off.
Especially with two competitors like this that can capitalize.
Seeking refuge in the corner is your challenge champion.
Easy, Tiger. Just like a rad to give a cheap shot in the corner, wouldn't it?
Zoe heading for the hills. Perhaps frustration, perhaps mind games, perhaps a bit of both.
She's got another idea. Maybe she wants to take the fight outside.
Rich King more than happy to oblige, and the chase is on.
Zoe
back in the ring. She baited him in, and unfortunately he fell for it.
Oldest trick in the book.
And now Sager looking to put the hurt on the challenger for her LPW Challenge Championship. King able to duck that clothesline, maintain wrist control. Nice leapfrog from King. Headlock takeover.
Business is picking up. Oh!
Scoops up Sager, but she's able to go behind, creating some space. Nothing but buckle, rolling her up.
Well done.
Big vertical suplex, holding on.
To the sky, fingers up.
Rolling those hips into the scoop.
Showing off. Just execute, Rich. Don't worry about showing off your biceps or your hips.
Putting some extra velocity on that elbow. Gonna go for the cover. 2.
Who's got a higher vertical leap in pro wrestling? I'll tell you the answer. Nobody.
King looking to follow up. Double underhook, perhaps maybe looking for that 867 driver. Sager wanted no part of that. It's Rich King with the waist lock.
She's been to the Yukon. She ain't going back.
Handful of hair. Just pretend we didn't see that, apparently. Snapmare over.
He was apologizing for it there.
Oh, man.
She ain't going to apologize for that.
Back and forth they go. Again, like I said, everybody not wanting to make that big mistake. King with a hold of that ankle.
So we went to the well many times.
Inverted vertical suplex attempt. Sager landed on her feet and just heaved King into the buckle.
Rich had it scouted. Zoe had it scouted.
Really, the back of his head snapped off that middle buckle.
I agree.
Bit of a whiplash effect.
It's an underestimated effect. You know that whiplash, man. It's not just your neck that's affected. Your arms go numb, your toes start tingling. It's a little tough to wrestle when you can't feel your hands.
Still to come, our main event. Steel chain match connected at the wrist. Lumberjack Larry Woods. God's gift to wrestling. Michael Richard Billies. I got to look at that chain in the back during the intermission. It is no joke.
I'm not sure what to expect in that thing. I expect that war to finally come to an end. That's what I expect.
Rich King using those ropes to try to get back up to the vertical base. Sager got a hold of the ear.
She had him by the hair, maybe.
Snapmare across in that big boot right between the shoulder blades.
Let's see that one. Oh, stretched across Rich man's face there.
Zoë Sager showing no respect for her opponent.
Who's the king now? Top of the heap.
And how about that tag team championship match made for next month? Bussy in the house against Ride or Die. Get your tickets now. It's going to sell out. It'll be 22 sellouts. I'm pretty confident in predicting that future. Right now, the future of the Challenge Championship up in the air. Sager grinding that elbow in, going for the cover. King out at 2.
Not a prediction. That's a spoiler. Hard to argue with you. Stupid RADz, she says.
Rudeness.
Well, I mean, not every point to her opinion. Everybody's entitled to one. You can argue with Zoe?
Absolutely not.
I'm not arguing with Zoe.
Rich King in a bad way right now in that corner. Repeated rights into that rib area.
Closed fist, too. Brick.
Sager charging in. Oh, man, everything she had behind that one.
She's going to give him another one in the solar plexus and surprise him with one in the chin. He's in a bad way.
Yeah, Rich can't take too much more of that.
You get one on the jaw like that, you get your button turned off. It's hard to recover, especially quickly. Zoe showing confidence.
Sager perhaps looking for another. King able to sidestep, nothing but buckle for the champ. Big clothesline. Both went for the clotheslines. Back of both skulls, careening off the canvas. We might have just hit the reset button on this whole thing.
Yeah, same.
Fitz could administer that 10 count. See who gets to their feet first, if at all.
Rich starting to stir first. Zoe not far behind.
Fans rallying behind RADz member Rich King. Big clothesline. He's looking to bring more gold to the fold of the RADz. Drop toe hold takes the champ down, floating right over into that front face lock. Sager able to go behind. Just
disposed of him.
King able to hold onto that middle rope. Great show of power. Firing that shoulder in.
Agility, flexibility.
Oh. Slingshot into that DDT.
As I was saying.
Gonna go for the cover. We might have new champion.
It's a deep hook.
2.
Ooh. It's closer to 3 than I thought it was going to be. Now Rich starts to gain confidence.
Rich King looking to feed off this packed house. On his journey to singles gold here in LPW. Zoe putting the brakes on, trying to avoid potentially another vertical suplex. Holding on to that middle rope.
I mean, you mentioned it earlier. How are the RADz going to feel walking out of Friday night if Rich King can pull off this championship and then Mr. Larry Woods in the main event has his chance too?
King put the brakes on.
Yeah, hell of a day for the RADz.
Oh, man.
Uh-oh. We've seen this before.
Draped across that middle rope. Great show of power into the Falcon Arrow. Again, we could have new champ. 2.
It was a fierce shot. Forcibly unpleasant for Zoë Sager.
Zoe on the receiving end of some high-impact offense. King stalking his prey.
Oh.
Sunset flip, shoulders are down.
She saw that slam coming. Perfect counter.
Man.
Back of his head again. I'm sure he's been the same since the last time he hit that turnbuckle, and now he's got it again. Repeated whiplash. That's how you get concussions, Boris.
No, thank you.
Crowd starting to get behind Zoe, too. I mean, this has kind of been a back and forth.
Zoe standing tall in the middle of the ring, charging the ropes, drop kick right at the base of the spine.
The support for Zoe starting to grow a little bit month after month.
I mean, you can't argue with the success. King gets the shoulder up.
Matter of respect. I mean, you got to respect the success. You've done it better than anybody else in LPW.
Frustration creeping across the face, so you can see her basically trying to keep herself centered. She almost slipped.
Strategy. She's collecting herself.
And when she gets frustrated, she can get taken off her game plan. You saw her recenter, refocus, and move forward.
If she can get frustrated, she can get goddamn mean, too.
I think she wakes up mean and just continues that until she goes to bed.
Wakes up choosing violence. She does have the thickness as a bodyguard.
Tried to go for that Z factor. King able to maintain the control of the wrist. Nope. Headlock takeover from Sager. Sends the challenger into the corner. Big kick.
She's got a counter for everything. Rich King throwing at her.
Man, everything behind that knee.
That was
To the side of the skull of Rich King.
Surgical. Scramble your DNA.
Confidence growing with the champion to go for the cover. Ooh.
Both competitors really starting to show their wear.
And again, you see the frustration coming in.
And you keep mentioning it. Nobody wants to make that first mistake. We're getting closer and closer to the point where somebody's going to have to take that risk.
Sager plotting her next move.
Tell everybody about it, too. Calling her shot, if you will.
She'll let you know. No doubt about that. Zoe charging the ropes again. She might have been looking for that Z factor again. King looking for that 867 driver.
Oh, caught the arm.
Landed on her feet.
Going for it again.
The angle slam from the challenger. Oh, Zoe left shoulder off the canvas before the count of 3.
He's beat Lesser with that.
And now the frustration on the face of Rich King.
Which is leading exactly to what I was talking about. At some point in time, somebody's going to have to take the risk in this. It's been back and forth, very evenly matched.
King's been using those vertical suplexes very successfully in this matchup, marching around the ring, all the blood rushing to the head of the champ. Another Falcon Arrow made her think about it.
I mean, it's the advantage he has. This is how Rich King's going to win this. A little arrogant on that cover. I think if he can really hook that leg, he might have had her there.
Rich King emptying the proverbial clip on the champion. So far, not enough to put her down.
Still got his eye on the prize.
Zoe using those ropes to get back to her feet. King charging in, caught the boots and ate the mat.
And again on the back of that head. How many shots can he take to the back of that melon?
There's been a lot of impact to the back of the head. We know what that means, but there is no quit in Rich King. Look at him, right back to his feet.
I mean, we know this, Boris. Oh,
as long as he's conscious, there's fight in Rich King.
Almost set her up for that.
Man, precarious position for the champ. Draped across that top rope. Lancer down the back of the skull.
There's an aggressive cover. Oh! He's as surprised as we are.
Another cover again, and Sager out at 2. And I believe Rich King
showing frustration.
He has moved past frustrated to pissed off. And I don't know what comes after that.
We might find out. Showing to the bottom of his boot. Close up.
Sager back up in the corner.
Rich's demeanor changed here. I think, there's a different look on his face over the last few minutes of this match. And it's to your point. I really think that he's just emptying the clip and trying to find anything else he can.
Repeatedly driving that shoulder into the midsection of Zoë Sager.
He's got to be thinking, if this isn't enough, what's it going to take? How do you keep Zoë Sager down? You just don't. You like when I answer my own questions?
Saves me from having to do it. Northern Lights and rolling through. Trying to lock on that Texas Cloverleaf if he could turn her over.
Got to step over, though. If he wants full leverage, he's got to step over, right?
Or he could drive that knee right into the back of the head as well. Referee in position. Torque on the knee, torque on the lower back. Sager clawing her way to the bottom rope, but it may as well be a mile. Oh, man. Really, really sitting down on that now. The spine not supposed to curve that way, but Sager.
I think if he could have sat down on that a little earlier, he might not have let her get to the ropes. Great job by Zoe to break that hold.
And you can see her checking on the condition of that knee.
Do whatever you need. Push me away, man.
Rich keeping that foot on the gas pedal, stomping away on the champion.
He might have been better off to stay on that knee and try to take the limbs out, take the base out on Zoe.
And you mentioned the demeanor changing of King. You're absolutely right.
Yep.
Aggression picking up.
Playtime's over. Calling a shot.
Whoa. Sager swept the leg. He might have been looking for another one of those leaping DDTs, but Sager swept the legs out from underneath.
I think he was. Got his pins pulled out.
Yeah, hit the apron hard.
Favoring there. I can't quite see.
Sager drop kicking Rich King into the second row.
Oh, he's favoring the second row. Got it. Thanks. Appreciate the clarification.
Underneath the bottom rope, back inside the ring. Sager smells blood in the water.
Crawling on his hands and knees, looking for any inch of space he can to get separation from what he's about to get.
Again, Zoe looking for that Z factor. Unsuccessful, rolled up, handful of tights. I mean, you saw it.
Rich King going nefarious on us.
Another angle slam from King.
I mean, I kind of respect it.
Another pinning combination and another kick out from the champ.
All part of the processing of what the hell does he have to do?
And Rich resorting to bending some rules here. We saw that handful of tights.
And the hair earlier? Jeepers.
I mean, that's how bad he wants singles gold. Again, looking for another angle slam. Holding on, rolling through. Now looking for that 867 driver again.
Good time's a charm.
Whoa. Sager landing on her feet. Ooh. Swinging for the fences.
Wow. Oh.
But King right back to his feet and swinging back on his own.
Still got enough adrenaline flowing through his veins.
Sandwiching those clotheslines in the corner.
Now
referee says to get out of the corner.
I'm the good guy.
Showing that desperation. Might be time to take that risk.
Yep, Zoe perched up on that top rope.
We don't see Rich King hit the top rope very often, unless set her up for that German.
Might be looking to send Sager into orbit. Up onto the top rope. Amazing vertical leap.
She slipped through. She slipped through.
Sager with the power bomb.
And then rolled through.
Rolling through.
She got it.
Zoe Sager gets the pin.
Your winner and girl LPW Challenge Champion, the Intangible Zoë Sager!
Once again, Zoe Sager gets it done. The reign will continue. Reed Matthews coming out to show support
Showing a big W is what he was doing.
for still your LPW Challenge Champion, the Intangible Zoë Sager.
Tangible violence.
Rich King put up a hell of a fight, but it was not meant to be, at least not on this night.
Month after month, we say that about Rich King. Never gives up. It's close. It's close. Speaking of close, his partner, Lumberjack Larry Woods, is close to coming out for this main event.